Hey manifestors, Meera Allen with your Manifesting Destiny Moon Update. So let's get into these times for new moon in Virgo. It's going to be 6:55 in the morning in LA, 9:55 p.m. on the 2nd of September in New York. London is September the 3rd at 2:55 a.m. Sydney and Brisbane, Australia, 11:55 a.m. on also September the 3rd. So depending on where you are on the planet, the 2nd or the 3rd of September. What a full-on waning time of the moon this has been. You know, the words that come to mind are shedding, releasing, letting go, unfisting the palm, surrendering, dropping into that true Ishvara Pranidhana, that joyful surrender to the divine grace. As much as we can. You know, that word surrender gets thrown around a lot spiritually, but it truly is the only thing that we can do in life, is actually truly surrender to that divine grace. And it may not be the easiest thing of letting go, and that's letting go in all aspects, letting go of the old self, letting go of old paradigms, letting go of old thoughts around both money, relationships, the way we relate to others, the way we relate to our inner selves, the shedding of the past, the looking back at the old conditionings of the mind and patternings and letting that go. Also on a political or a geopolitical level, looking at what served in the past over and over again. These history repeats itself, and how a possibility of a new entire way of living can come to be this new moon. It is not easy because there is quite a strong position between Saturn as well to this particular new moon that's going on. So Saturn, remember, it's all about the karma, the life lessons, the learning, the heaviness, the traumas of past. All those stuff can really be rearing its ugly head right now. But how do we let go of those things? How do we forgive? How do we truly let go? And how do we let love? So this is going to be the question right now. How do we let go and how do we love? Personally, I've been going through a massive shedding. Rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop that passed away yesterday. A crazy time of the world that we're living in. And we're seeing more and more souls leaving this planet Earth. Untimely deaths everywhere, and rest in peace for all those people that have lost special souls in this past 2024 has been pretty tough. Where in yourself has a part of you died? Where in yourself is a part of you dying off and shedding, so that you can start to build a very new plan and renewed self moving forward. Remember, Virgo is Earthy, the virgin goddess, hence I did my hair curly and wore a virgin-y, beautiful floral dress, the feminine. When you plant those seeds of intention on a new moon in fertile soil, and you allow those things to grow and mature and flourish, so you can harvest all of that from a pure and healthy place. Not always the easiest when we have all of our karmic lessons and we have all of this heaviness that comes to the fore. We have all those uncomfortable lessons, patterns of the past, all these old emotional things that sometimes hang on to us. But hopefully you have, in this last few days of this waning moon, check when the new moon is for your country, your time, your position on planet Earth. You know, whether it's, if you're in the southern hemisphere, usually New Zealand, Australia, though they'll be on the 3rd, and for the rest of the world, most people will be on the 2nd of September. So see where you are and where this new moon falls for you, and how can you start to embody your new self? How can you start behaving, becoming, and owning that belief of your new self? Where can you be gentle with the self? You know, when you plant a seed of intention, you don't scream at that little seed and ask it to grow and blossom and become a flower immediately, like hurry up and grow. Instead, you give it time to nurture and to cultivate and to develop and to allow itself to blossom in its own divine timing. Where do you need to still shed and trim the weeds and cull away and trim off the dead leaves and let go? Where can you make some space? Then More importantly, with this Virgo new moon, how can you make a plan that feels congruent and authentic and genuine for your growth? How do you heal at this time of a Virgo new moon? How are you soothing and gentle with yourself? I'm recording this the last day of the waning moon, right before the new moon, which is tomorrow. And I'm going to a sound healing tonight, not running the sound healing, just receiving the sound healing. So that's going to be part of my ceremony of letting go and releasing. Also in Australia, it's the Father's Day today, so happy Father's Day. And so find that place in you where forgiveness, ease, and grace is dominant, and where the surrender to that true self, that healed self, that blossoming self is allowed to persevere and come through in its own timing, its own gentleness. You never need to yell at a flower as it starts to nourish and grow. Treat your soul self like that little flower. That's my message this new moon. If there are things to shed, be earthy, make a plan, do the detox, do the right things, do the right eating, do the letting go, write the letters, write the emails, delete the things that you need to delete of the past, let things go, do the forgiveness, do the work, do the journaling, get it out of you, shed it, cleanse it, write it, let it go and bless it, because it is all part of this divine journey that's unfolding into a very powerful new future that this entire planet is walking into right now. Consciousness is definitely shifting. It's not an easy journey, but it is an inevitable one. We are coming to a new planet. We are coming to a new way of seeing things, and more people are waking up. People aren't falling into this Holly weird and all this commercial crap that's been spinning around the internet. We're waking up. We're seeing the truth of our souls and our true divinity. So let the details of that be part of your new life plan. I'm Meera Allen. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and welcome on my adventures. I'm traveling around the world at the moment, so I never know when I'm going to record or where I'm going to record. So I'm doing my best to stay on the new moon and full moon, and happy new moon in Virgo. I love you guys dearly, and if I haven't seen you in a while, big love to your soul. Namaste.